Creativity. Good afternoon. We are going to cover two very important topics now. They are very deep. If you don't want to go that deep, you can skip these two videos. The first topic is about creativity, and the second video is about time rhythms. Initially, I thought not to include these two topics in this course, because generally, when I guide people in job search, I usually never tell them about these topics, with some rare exceptions. People who already have a job give me feedback, and we analyze together various reasons that make them feel bored or not bored, happy or unhappy, and what exactly makes them happy. We also look at the final choice of the candidate when they had 3 or 5 options. Based on what principles people make choices most of the time. According to my experience, the major concern are creativity and matching the rhythm. Secondly, these topics appear when people want to build their own business, and this is also important. Thirdly, these topics emerge in team selections. How to create the synergetic team. If after assignment you are going to lead an existing department or you will just recruit a new team in that organization, these two topics will definitely pop up, and you need to take that into account. So this first video is about creativity. Try to remind in what situation during your entire life up to now you have been engaged in creativity. Become aware of it as a whole. Don't get attached to specific works that you have done at the moment. You don't need to look back only from age 23 after you have graduated. It could be your childhood, the work you have done outside your regular work hours, any type of activity where you felt yourself as a creator. Why this is important? I will focus on this once again. The majority of people, when you ask them, what drives you the most? What lights you up? What brings you happiness from working in your companies, in your organization? They usually answer, the main happiness, drive and daring come when I get results. Well, ironically enough, results mean nothing. We do not do results, they just happen. I will explain. People confuse their performance with creativity. What is creativity? Creativity is not when we complete a task, when we are assigned to do something, when we take something under our responsibility and deliver results. No. Creativity is a slightly different process. It is deep, and it reveals the true human essence. Performance that has so lovely results is organized in a non-stop loop that keeps repeating itself during our lifetime. I went to work, got paid, bought food, ate, drank, went to bed, or woke up, and went to work again, and so on. Creativity is something that knocks us out of that ongoing loop of everyday life and needs that pull us into this whirlwind. I'm not afraid to say this word now. Creativity makes us godlike. It gives us a feeling of some kind of superpower that is present in every person. I'm going to tell you about 3 necessary stages of the whole creativity process. Let's assume that I am a financial specialist, and I'm making financial tables and reports in Excel, for example. From year to year, I create the same tables. They are different, but they are always in Excel, and they are very easy for me to do. I don't sweat too much by doing them. My thoughts do not reach any heights in terms of how to create another new table and so on. I don't bother much with the process. 1, 2, 3, and the table is done. There are results as I always make tables, but there is no creativity involved. This can happen in any process we take part in. There are only 3 stages in the universe based on which originative and creative processes happen. The first stage is the stage of chaos, when everything is in chaos, when you still don't know what to create from all this. It is just that you have some kind of chaos, unorganized matter, unorganized space, and there is not clear task yet. You accept this chaos, and at this wonderful moment, the second stage comes to you. Eureka, like Archimedes. And the Eureka stage comes. Yes, second stage is the stage when idea comes. At that moment, you come up with the idea to create something out of this chaos. People feel that they have received some kind of insight. They look like illuminated. They feel as if they fly above the ground, and a miracle has entered their lives. This is really the stage of a miracle, but absolutely real. The third stage is the stage of form. The Greeks called it the stage of cosmos. Cosmos is just a form. Firstly, there is a long period of chaos, followed by usually a very short period of a divine idea or any idea that people receive as aspiration, as inspiration. And then it is the third stage of assembly and implementation of some specific form. These are the 3 stages of creativity. People in blueprint companies miss the second and third stages of creation process. To create an idea, what exactly to do and how to do it. It's not your task. Employees take part in the first and very rarely in the third stages, but not in the second one. What happens in that people work in this cycle for a long time? Their creativity component in the whole process is undermined, and they start feeling dissatisfied. Here are the shoes that I have made. Here is the computer that I have built, as I was told to do. There is a result, but I am not happy with it. I understand that my salary is justified. I make these shoes, bags, computers, but something is missing in all that. If you're a creative person, consider how important it is that you take part in the creativity stage at your new job. What will happen to you if you don't? There will be results achieved, but you will start to fade little by little, or rot, or get bogged down. As you can see, it is impossible to feel motivated by results. You can be motivated, inspired, or lit up from the whole process that includes all 3 stages, because the creation is happening through us. Even a logistician who decides on how to transport products can come up with a brilliant idea how to deliver their products from point A to point B in a non-trivial, unusual way. This logistician is creative in the process. This creative component and the middle link can be present in any business and activity. Some employers are allowed for that freedom of creativity in their business. Some are not. But it is not only about the employer. Another very important point is that when you come to the company, if you are creative, then firstly, you need to talk about this creativity during the interview. Secondly, you need to request for a creative role. Otherwise, blame yourself, but not others, if you get a job without creativity involved, which can bring you down. You also need to look for this creativity in every activity we are involved. Don't think that there is a job that will make you happy without your involvement and conscious approach to it. Happiness won't just happen to you. You will feel happy and fulfilled only if you become aware of your inner creator, your creative essence. For example, one apple seed, when planted, eventually gives an apple tree that bears fruit for 40 years. And there is a huge number of apples on this apple tree every year. One seed gives so much harvest. And there are from 3 to 7 more seeds inside each apple. Potentially each apple is a future apple tree if we or the animals don't eat them. In the same way, the seed of wheat or some other grain plant gives a spike at the output, which also has many seeds. If we ask the seed, what makes you happy? The seed would never say, I am happy because there will be a spike. No. The seed is happy from the whole process, from the fact that it loves the sun, it grows towards the sun. It is very important to become aware of all your creative periods in life. Try to think, what made me happy inside a particular creativity process? I have candidates who during their youth years collected all the electronics, disassembled everything that was broken into parts, and made completely new products from these spare parts. We need to go through this whole cycle, and our seeds, the fruits that we received at the end, need to be planted in the soil later. Not only receive the fruits, but also plant them so their seeds keep sprouting and sprouting. These are not just results. These are fruits that keep working later on. If everything I have just told you is useful, try and assess how creative you are and pay attention to it when looking for your best job. If you plan to create your own business, this process is all about creativity. If you understand that you are not a creative person, then it is unlikely that you will create your own business. You will probably get something like a notarial office, if you can call it a business, but it is unlikely that something more will happen. If you still have some questions about how to do the creativity research, ask questions in the group chat. We will be in touch with you. The leap that you want to make to your bright future is in your new work. This is again my point of view. maybe our inner goal is precisely in the development of ourselves as creative persons. As for me, I want you to be happy at your new job. That is why I choose to talk about this topic. Thanks. The next video is about the rhythms. See you. Good luck.